with the supplemental visas that they've done in prior years, again, this is a brand new administration, so we're just hoping at least for status quo. Obviously, it'd be nice if we could have some pressure release and fix the visa numbers or fix some part of the program to provide some relief on the cap or additional cap space or something to change. But at the very least, if they can continue supplemental visas as they have in recent years, that, what people can do is really, plan early, file their applications on time to have the best chance in the lottery. Once we get the lottery results, whether or not you're open, having some flexibility and being open to workers from the country-specific allotment can help you, because in prior years, the country-specific allotment has not been used fully. This year, we expect the new administration to count visas more closely to their caps. So the initial visa cap of 33,000 for the spring is going to be met quickly and fully. And then once we move on to the supplemental visas and look at returning workers, in prior years, those have lasted through, groups B, C, and D, and maybe a little bit of group E. This year, if they're counting them closely, it's questionable as to whether any employers that were assigned group E are going to be able to use returning workers. So having some degree of flexibility to be open to a workforce that may be new to you. So using workers from those other countries that may never have had an H-2B visa in the past, that can give you a better chance of having workers staff this year. Another option is attempting to recruit in country. There are some agents that can help you recruit in country workers. There's also, Facebook groups, places that employers can turn to for workers that may have winter visas that are ending and they can do a transfer. That's one way. If you're not open to supplemental visas or miss the supplemental cap, H-2B workers that are in the U.S. are cap exempt. So if you do a transfer from another employer, you can get workers that way. Or if a worker received a winter visa in their home country, you can do a named petition to get a worker that had a visa after October of last year. So during the current fiscal year, they can't be counted twice. So they're cap exempt by virtue of already having had a fiscal year 2025 visa. So, planning helps you with the supplements, but also being flexible can really determine whether or not you get workers at all this year. There's only so much planning you can do if you're only wanting these 5 workers from this particular country, and the cap's already been met for returning and primary cap, and supplementals for country specific aren't going to help you. So